Well, good morning. I would like to welcome you guys to our um, social problems class. We will be using a textbook. Our textbook will be online, so it will be through Cengage. It's called MindTap. I am going to show you guys how you will access that social problems textbook. So first off, let's go ahead and walk into our Blackboard class. Obviously, you're already on Blackboard taking this online class. Before we get started, though, before I show you all that, I want to go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Kristen Snyder. I've been teaching here at Carl Albert for probably about 4 years. Before that, I was in public education for 10 years. Love education, love teaching. My passion most definitely is in psychology, also sociology, because I feel like the concepts that we learn from our psychology classes, from our sociology classes, will apply, are going to apply to your future job, to your life right now, if you're raising kids, if you are wanting to do good in school, if you're married, if you are just in a job working at McDonald's right now, no matter where you are in life, you can use the concepts that you are learning from your sociology classes and from your psychology classes and apply those to your life wherever you're at in the future and right now. A couple of big things with social problems that I want students to be aware of is first off, how do we define a social problem? We as the humans, as a generation, are the ones that say, oh, this is a social problem. One of them that one of our textbooks had talked about before is driving and texting. It's not a social problem until our society says this is an issue where there has been deaths from people driving and texting, or them having accidents and causing other people to die from them texting. So when our society says this is an issue, that is when it becomes a social problem. It's what the world says. Okay, so one of the other things that we will be talking about each week in our social problems textbook are the three main perspectives. Now, there are more than three perspectives in sociology, but the other perspectives that we'll look at will fall into these. The first one is the structural functionalist. Um, in sociology, you could attribute yourself more to a structural functionalist and see how what is going on in society is due. And the structural functionalist, what they're looking at is the body and the many parts. So here's what the school system does. Here's what the family does. Here is what healthcare does. So they're looking at here are the functions and here are what we do with those functions. So that's the structural functionalist perspective. The other one is the conflict perspective. Many times in conflict, there's always a problem, and it's usually about money. It's usually about people in power. So you've got the conflict perspective. And then my personal favorite is the interactionist perspective. The interactionist perspective is focused on the micro level. So they're looking at the small scale, and they're looking at individuals. So here, I can't change the whole world, but I can start to change lives right here, the lives in front of me. I can't stop pollution from happening, but I can start to recycle myself. And so that's what the interactionist is going to look at, that small scale. Instead of the macro, they're going to look at the micro. So the three main perspectives that you're going to need to read about each week, because there are questions on all of your quizzes and tests that go over the structural functionalist, the conflict perspective, and then the interactionist. Now, some others that you might talk about in sociology are the feminist perspective that would go into the conflict, and we will talk about that perspective some, but those are just a couple of the different perspectives in sociology. One other large thing that I want any one of my students that take any of my sociology classes to walk away with is the sociological imagination. So being able to look at problems, and we always see problems through that, mindset that we see them through. We always see the life through our own eyes. But being able to step back and see things from another person's perspective, to see things from another point of view, it doesn't mean that it has to change your thoughts, your beliefs, your understanding, but it does give you empathy. So, one of the things with that sociological imagination that you're always going to be able to hopefully have is empathy into other people's hearts, into other people's ideas. Wouldn't it be beautiful if our politicians today could use a little bit of the sociological imagination, stepping back and looking at it from other people's perspectives? Um, so with that being said, that's just a quick overview of our course. I'm going to grab our textbook and show it to you in case you get the hard copy, but you are fine using just the soft bound copy. But right here is the hard copy. And it is Understanding Social Problems by Mooney, Knox, and Satch. And there is ISBN in our syllabus. But let's go ahead and go into that course. So here is our social problems class. This is what it looks like when you log in. Here is going to be your access to MindTap, and I'm going to go into that here in just a minute, what MindTap is. But make sure you click on the syllabus, read through the syllabus. Your first assignment, you have to answer some questions off the syllabus, so read it and then do your first assignment. Okay, so remember that that is there. Always when you log in, you're going to click on Start Working. So you're going to click on the Start Working right here. All of this information right here, all of these assignments are going to be due by Friday. So hopefully you're here on Monday and getting started. Chapter 1 is due by Monday, January 20th. But make sure you have these assignments right here finished, that you've read the syllabus, that you've printed out the due date handout, that you have access to MindTap, that you read the rubric for the discussion board, Blackboard introduction. You've done the discussion board. You must make 2 posts in order to earn a grade. And that you've done the online syllabus assignment here on Blackboard. If you do not have these assignments right here finished, you will automatically be dropped from the class. So you must have a grade in the grade book by Friday at noon, so you do not get dropped from the class. So let's go ahead and go in, and I would like for you to look here at your due date handout. You should open this up. Let's see if I can get this. Enable editing. I wonder if you can see this. I don't know. Anyways, but make sure you can, I'm pulling it over. I don't know for sure if you can or not. Make sure that you download that, print that off, and it just goes through and it shows each of your assignments that are due and the times. The MT stands for MindTap, and the BB stands for Blackboard. Let's see. One big thing is when you are doing your discussion board post. So like if you click here on Start Working and we go in here and you scroll through here, here's your syllabus. That's just a file for you to look at. Here's your due date. This is what you're going to print out. Here's another paper that's going to explain how to access MindTap. It's just something for you to look at. Here's a rubric, just something for you to look at, but please look at all 4 of those. Here is how you can access your discussion board. So please tell the class a little about yourself, including your major, why you're taking this class, and what you hope to learn. Remember, this information will be shared with the class, so only put information that you are comfortable with sharing. And make sure you answer all 3 of these questions in detail in a paragraph format, going in, describing yourself, not just one sentence. Anyway, so you'd click here, and then you have to create a thread. Now, here's something very important for all 15 discussion board posts. You must make 2 posts in order for me to see that it needs a grade. It doesn't pop up for me if you just make 1 post. So you have to create a post, and then you have to wait a day or wait a little while until somebody else has made a post, and then you can comment on their post in a positive light, like, oh, I'm so glad that you're in this class, or I really like what you said about the conflict perspective. That opened my eyes and helped me to understand why we have social problems with abortion due to the conflict perspective. Okay. And so commenting in a positive light on your classmates post, 2 posts with each discussion board. Okay, so going back into the Start Working. Let's see here. Here is your online syllabus assignment. This will be due on that Friday. So what you would do is you would click in here, scroll down. You're going to answer all of these questions. I would answer them in Word. And then you're going to save it to your computer. You're going to click Browse My Computer. Let's say that this right here, data sheet, was that paper. I'm going to click Open, and then I will click Submit. So that would be me submitting that online syllabus assignment. Answer these questions. So you could copy and paste this into Word and answer those. Okay, so now let's go ahead and look at how you will log in to MindTap. A lot of information right here. So if you click here, how to access your MindTap course. I do not know for sure if this is going to open up for you. So let's go back over here. It would open up for you if you're on your computer, but I don't know if you can see it or not. So I am going to go back to my welcome page because I have this 2 locations. Here it is. Here's your course key. Here is your MindTap information. Let's see if this will take me there. And let's see if you can see me. Sign in. Now, when you log into Cengage, it will look different than what it looks for me right here. You will have to enter your access code. Let's go ahead and give this a try. Let's go in this way. Sign in. But you would click on the link. It's because I've already created an account. It looks different for me. And this is not working right now. Okay, I am going to go ahead and pause the video. I will come back with another video for you guys on how to access your Cengage. But here is your course key. Here is your link that you would click. And I am going to work on my computer for just a minute and make another one, hopefully much shorter. Thank you for your time. I look forward to visiting with you guys. Anyways, my email is kjsnyder@carlalbert.edu, and my office phone number is 918-647-1456. My office hours are located at the very bottom of the syllabus underneath the due date handout. Each week, your assignments are going to open up on Monday. They close out on the following Monday. So you see here January 20th, here's January 27th, but you do have something special. If you're running behind, they will stay open until Wednesday. They're due on Mondays. They will stay open until Wednesday. After Wednesday, they will close out for good. So try to have each of your assignments turned in all by Monday at noon. Anyways, so that's all I have for right now. Hopefully I'll be making some extra videos for you guys, maybe each week. Anyways, so I'm going to go ahead and close off. Have a wonderful day. Bye.